Hey everybody, welcome back to Tommy's Tesla Tech and Travel. You caught me on one of those days I'm going in for my neurology follow-up. If you're new to the channel, a number of years ago I actually had some issues with my head where they had to remove, I always use the term tumor, but it's not technically a tumor. But it was encroaching through my skull onto my brain. It was kind of a serious situation. Your boy was in ICU for like a week after the surgery. So I'm going for about every 6-month follow-up just to make sure that A, they're not coming back, and B, that it's not getting worse. So we're on our way to do that, but right afterwards, we're gonna go look at the spot where we've decided to buy our house. I'm gonna go and see about the plot, the land, everything else. So this is my fun way of saying, hey, we decided where we're moving. It's actually on the other side of Tucson from where we currently live. So there's a lot of stuff involved with that. We just got an offer on my mother's house, so that's gonna be sold here pretty soon. And hopefully today or the next week, we start the process of selling our house. So we're trying to hope to get all this done in the next 90 days, which it's definitely gonna be a lot of fun considering that I'm still at a new position and a new location. Dana's still working full-time, Henry's back in school. Gotta get my mom's house packed, gotta get our house packed, get my mom and then moved into our house temporarily till we can get the new house sorted. There's a lot going on in 90 days. And we're going to Disneyland and going to Oogie Boogie Bash in that time frame too. People are probably like, oh, well, you know what's going on, why are you gonna go? Because this is stressful. Going to Disney de-stresses us. And it's a lot of fun, and we already had a plan before we decided to go do all this. So follow me as we head to the doctors, and we'll see where the day takes us and going to look at this new property. And I do have to say, I love having the Tesla back, and we got those new tires on there. And I'm still making my decision how I feel about them. They got great reviews, they're a great quality tire, but I definitely feel a little bit of a difference, especially now that they're my back wheels. We rotated the tires, and they're the ones coming off of the tires. Well, this is a rear-wheel drive car. So I do notice there's kind of a little bit of a different kind of feel to it. But I have to say, we just had a massive torrential downpour because of Hurricane Hillary happening over on the West Coast, which we are fairly close to. So we got a lot of the residual weather, and we had a bad rainstorm. And I have to say, it really handled itself very well during that storm. So that's a positive of the tires. But we'll cover that more in a later video once I've had more time to really digest the quality of the tires on the car. And 155 bucks, I don't think they're that bad at all so far. Let's go. Another visit in the books. Having some of my normal issues that I have, so a little bit of medicine in the ear, a little bit of a cotton ball to keep that medicine in the air, and hopefully we'll be back right like rain soon. And the reality is there's no ultimate cure or fix for all the stuff that's wrong with my ear, which is always a shame, but all we can do is make sure we look at it, take care of it, monitor it, and hopefully I don't have to go under for real surgery again unless it's absolutely necessary. All right, time to head out to our appointment to look at the house. Check that part of the day off. 2 out of like 6 to go. Ford Lightning Lariat sighting. We're leaving where the house is going to be that we're looking at. I'm a little discouraged at this point, because a lot of the information that we've already discussed, predetermined, so on and so forth, I was just told is no longer the case. It's been 48 hours. So part of this whole deal is we have to sell my mother's house, which that part's pretty much done. The other part is we have to sell our house, but in order for this to work out properly, we're gonna have to sell it buy the new house as contingent. And for those of you playing at home, contingent means that we are buying the new house with the promise of selling and closing the current house. Because part of the profits from that sale are gonna go towards the down payment on the current home. They're trying to really strong arm us now to close in about a month, which so happens to coincide with the end of the third quarter fiscal quarter. So it's kind of obvious what they're doing, and seeing that this is a buyer's market, they really don't have a leg to stand on. We kind of hold the cards here. So my fantastic real estate agent's working on it right now. That would move up our close date from what we thought was going to be late October, early November to late September, which we haven't even started the process of a lot of stuff on our house. So I got to go speak with my wife and let her know what's going on right now and get her input too, because obviously, you know, partnership. It's got to be both of us involved. I don't know, I'm a little frustrated, but I also know I'm a firm believer things work out the way they're supposed to. And that's long been the case for most of the big decisions in my life. So I guess we're gonna go home, talk it over. I picked up a new pizza. No is not a stop on our great Southern Arizona pizza crawl. It's a pizza place I've been wanting to try for a while, which we are gonna try it. But this is not an official tasting. That'll come at a later date. I guess the part that's most frustrating to me right now is the fact that, well, for most of you, you've been taking this ride with us since the beginning, going with me on our house tours, looking around, figuring out what we want to do, is that everything should be lining up perfect right now. Like, we are hitting all the beats that we need to hit. And suddenly, just one little monkey wrench thrown into the situation is throwing everything off kilter at this point. I don't know, like I said before, I think everything is going to work out the way it's supposed to. Does that mean it's going to work out the way I want to? No, because I don't know what it's supposed to be yet. And that's a big thing. Like, even our first home, we weren't 100% sold on. Then after we moved in, it became our home. Our current house was just a shot in the dark with the price, saying like, hey, here's how much we're willing to pay. And shockingly, they took it. And we weren't expecting that first house that we looked at the second time around to be the one, and it turned out to be the one. So, I don't know, we just have to take it with a grain of salt. I'll let my magical real estate agent do his work because he is fantastic. So if any of you are looking for real estate information here in Tucson, Arizona or Southern Arizona, go ahead and message or comment down below and I'll see if I can get you in touch with him because he's fantastic. It's now the next day. I'm actually here to look at storage units because it looks like we are moving forward with the house and we have preliminary offers on my house and we pretty much closed my mom's house at this point. So now I just got to figure out a holding place for our stuff while I can move it and clear out the houses to get ready for all the stuff for open door. Fun times. Fun times. Well, nice thing is this place is temperature controlled and it has a couple of lift elevators for heavy stuff. Definitely a freight elevator, which is going to be nice. Going up. And we're here. Well, this is a little uncomfortable, isn't it? Some Dexter stuff. Here's one right here. Oh, this is huge. Yeah, this is the 10 by 15. Open up there because it is temperature controlled. Heck, we just live in here. Don't even need to bother about the new houses. And I'm 6'1". That's like 2 of me, at least. Y'all remember that scene in Silicon Valley where they get lost in their server room? Kind of how I feel right now. Ooh. Other one, a little darker. It's on the outside, on the corner, it's on the brick. And I see some light from the outside, I'm assuming for ventilation. A lot of the stuff we're looking at storing, I don't know if I want it on the outside where I'm seeing this light coming in because some of it might be comic book related. So, well, let's see what the pricing and see what we think. Come play with us. Come play with us. And we're back. So took a little hiatus there because we went ahead and got the storage unit, so I'm super excited for that. In fact, there's our first run right there. Despite all these things you see, it's actually mostly my toys and a few gaming systems. Found out there were some issues with my homeowner's insurance because my mortgage company is awful. I had to get that sorted out. Then while I was doing that, found out my mom's property, there was some paperwork that was filed against it before the property was ever built. They try to say, oh, it looks like it was the previous homeowner. No, that was me. I sold it to my mother. So did some research. Turned out this is a contractor's issue a year before the property was even finished with construction. It's been a day. So now let's get this stuff moved up. And best part about this storage unit is it does have temperature control, which makes me happy because I am a nerd and I don't want my stuff to get too hot and melt. We are in Arizona. I would like to give a special shout out to the what? No way guy that taught me how to open these. You literally just squeeze them. And look at that, it's already popped open. You're a lifesaver, my friend. So my primary concern with all this was access to the building because my hours are odd because of work. However, it has access until 10 p.m. most every night, so that's actually like perfect for me. Yay. Well, I was gonna leave. I'd say props to Erin, who's the manager of this facility. She made it extremely easy to get it done. She was funny, she was witty, we had a good conversation. I just dropped her off actually one of the comics I wrote, The Absurdly Normal Life of Lawrence Hadley. I think I still have some left. You can get them at sillymonkey.com. Right there. Other than that, let's try and get some food. I mean, it's 3:30, time for lunch, I guess. So in addition to this traffic that you see, I just got to try to use my debit card to buy some lunch, and they said, do not honor. I was like, what now? Turns out someone's been trying to use it in Florida. Not even at Disney World or anything. They try to use it at like Wawa. Like, if you're going to try and steal my card, it'd be more believable if you try to use that like Disney World. So between that, them accidentally canceling my homeowner's insurance, well, not accidentally, my mortgage company screwing up and not paying it in time. So they're trying to say there's a lien against my old house. They're trying to blame the former owner. I'm like, I'm the former owner. My mother bought it. Hopefully that's cleared up now too. Finally got the rental squared away. Took the first trip there. I just can't things just go the way they're supposed to go? I guess not. Oh well, that's life. I'm above ground. Still a good day. I think this is where we're going to call it a day. Couple trips to the storage unit, got all the stuff fixed. Somebody tried to steal my debit card. We had to fix our homeowner's insurance. Had to fix the people that are saying there's a lien against my old house, which there's not, which we've now determined. It's been a long day. But the nice part is we officially put in the offer on the new house, and I just got to finish the stuff here so we can do a walkthrough to close selling this house. So everybody, thanks for taking in another ride with us. Tune in again. The house hunting is almost done. Thank you for liking these videos, and please like and subscribe if you haven't done so just yet.